Hi everyone, welcome to another Change Your Thoughts Today show. My name is Stephen Aitchison, creator of PositiveLifeAffirmations.net, a program to help you change your beliefs to change your life. And I'd like to thank everybody who went and visited the store yesterday. We've got a new website and it's still in the making. We've got a new website, so I'd like to thank everybody who went over there yesterday and thank everybody who bought the affirmations as well. It was really brilliant to see, and I can't wait to hear your stories about how the positive affirmations have changed your life as well, and I really believe they can make a difference. So you can visit that with the link above the comments or the link above this video, so you can check that out. Today I'm going to be talking about kind of 7 excuses we use for not living a better life. So this is a bit of a kind of kick arse day. It's just to give you a gentle, can you get a gentle kick up the arse? But it's just to give you a gentle kind of kick up the arse, just to see what excuses and limiting beliefs you might be using in your life. Because I think it's really important to be honest with ourselves. And the reason I'm kind of talking about this today is because I've got exactly the kind of same issues as well. I tell myself, or I'm not totally honest with myself sometimes, or I don't see it sometimes, and I have to give myself a kick up the arse and just say, listen, you're talking shite, you're not doing that for a reason, figure out what it is and then just get it done. And it's because I've got so much work with the business, I was putting some things off, so I had to give myself a kick up the arse. And I think we all need a wee kick up the arse every now and again, but just a gentle one. So today's a gentle kick up the arse. So this is the 7 excuses that people use. And as I said, this is about everybody. It's not just about you in particular, it's about me, it's about kind of everybody in the world. We all use these kind of excuses to a certain degree that we use them. Okay, the first excuse is, it's the way I was raised. It's the way I was raised. That's the first excuse. And I've heard this so many times over the years, and people say, oh, it's just the way I was raised. That's the way I am. That's the way I was raised. But what we've got to understand is we're adults now. And we've got to take responsibility for our own lives and say, well, okay, the past is the past, doesn't matter. I know a lot of us have had kind of shitty lives in the past as well, but we've got to take responsibility now and say, okay, we're not a child anymore. I'm going to take responsibility for my life. I'm the creator of my life, and I'm going to create the life that I want and not use that excuse, it's the way I was raised. Now, as I said, I know there's shitty things happened in the past, but you're an adult now, and hopefully, if there have been shitty things that have happened in the past, you've kind of worked through it, or you've seen a counsellor, or whatever it is that's happened in the past. But we've all got shitty things that have happened in the past, and it's time to just kind of say, okay, I need to take responsibility. I need to show that I'm the better person here, and I'm going to get on with my life the way I want to live it. And the way I want to lead my life is this. Once you know where you want to go, that's when you can take responsibility and say, that's what I'm going to do. From this day forward, I'm taking responsibility. Whatever happens in my life from here on in, I'm responsible for. And once you kind of affirm that to yourself, that's when you really feel empowered to live your best life. And I know, as I said, this is going to be a gentle kick up the arse, and some of them are going to be a harder kick up the arse. And that can seem hard sometimes, but I think sometimes from time to time we need it. So I was going to apologise for kind of doing this, but I'm not really, because I do think sometimes we do need a kick up the arse. And it's better if we give ourselves a kick up the arse. I've learned to give that big boot up the arse so many times. I can do it and I can push myself forward just with that gentle shove. So that's the first excuse that we use, is the way I was raised. There's no need to use that at all. So the second one is, I'm too scared. And I can totally understand that when people say, oh, I'm too scared to try that, I'm too scared to do that, I'm just too scared, I don't want to go for it. But again, you have to understand that if you don't push yourself, if you don't get outside that little comfort zone that you're sitting in just now, and you say to yourself you're too scared, this comfort zone you're going to stay in all the time for the rest of your life. You can't grow in a place where you feel comfortable. You don't grow in these types of places, and this comfort zone is a comfortable zone. You cannot grow as a human being, you cannot grow as a human being inside that comfort zone. The only way you can grow is outside that kind of comfort zone. And saying I'm too scared, while you might think it's a valid reason, you have to push yourself. This is how we grow as people. This is how we learn about ourselves. This is how we learn about our limitations in life as well, by pushing ourselves just a little bit more. And it's about taking one step outside that comfort zone. Just so your comfort zone's here, just take one step outside it, and then another step, and then another step. And pretty soon your comfort zone is that size. Now I know we've spoken about comfort zones before in the past, so I'm not going to kind of labour on about that too much, but that's what it's all to do with. When you say you're too scared, it just means you want to stay within your comfort zone. So again, that's another kick up the arse just to say, push yourself. Push yourself every single day to do things that you're a little bit afraid of, some things that you're hugely kind of afraid of. Just push yourself and you're going to feel so much better about yourself as well. Number 3, I can't do this. I can't do this. That's number 3, the excuses that we use. That is a limiting belief. Because you've said to yourself, just say for example, when I'm kind of coaching for business coaching, and a lot of people said, I can't build a website. It's not about building a website. I can't put a website together because nobody builds a website anymore. They just kind of click a few buttons and change the templates and change the images and stuff like that. So nobody really builds a website anymore, or they don't have to. So when you say something like that, you're just saying, I don't want to do it. And that's truly what you're saying to yourself, I don't want to do it. So when you say, I can't do this, you have all the tools you need to do anything you want. Literally anything you want. You have all the tools at your disposal within you right this minute. You have all the tools you need to do anything you want. Now you might say, well, actually that's not true, Steve, because I can't do that. You can. And I'm going to call you out on that. You can do it. You just have told yourself you can't do something, so your brain switches off and it says, okay, can't do that, I'm not even going to try, just can't do it. And it same happened with me as well when I was younger. Maths. I was hopeless at maths at school, and I told myself I can't do maths. I'm no good at maths. And I told myself that over and over again, and that was a belief I had formed. But when I actually had to get a higher maths kind of level to get into university, I had to do it. I had to get that physics and chemistry before I could get into this psychology degree that I wanted to do, purely because I didn't have all the qualifications from school. So when I was faced with the situation where I had to do it, or I wouldn't get what I wanted to get, i.e. the psychology degree, then I opened up my mind and said, okay, you have to do this. Figure out a way to do it. And I done it. And it was one of the best things I put. It was called an access course at university. And it was one of the best things I ever done. And it was one of the things that really showed me how limiting beliefs can hold us back. So if you say, I can't do this, you can. What you're truly saying to yourself is, I don't really want to do it. Or there's not enough motivation for me to do this, what I'm trying to do. And number 4 is they will laugh at me or think I'm stupid. Or stupid, not stupid. That's the Scottish way of saying it. Who gives a shit what anybody else thinks? As adults, this is what we learn as we grow older. As we get older, from the ages of from very young to our teens, we are so engrossed in what other people think or what other people might think about us that we don't try a lot of things. We don't do a lot of things for fear of looking silly, or for fear that other people are going to talk about us, or they're going to laugh at you, or whatever. But as you get older, you learn not to give a shit what anybody else might think, because you don't know what people are thinking. Truly, you do not know what people, unless you're a mind reader, you don't know what anybody's thinking. You just think you know, and that's it. You just think you know, but you're not a mind reader, you don't know. So why not go for it? And do these people really matter in your life? The people that are going to laugh at you, they're not true friends. They're not people that are going to support you anyway, so why give a shit about them? So if you've got that feeling is, I'm not going to do this because people might laugh at me, or they might think I'm silly, or I might fail, or who gives? Honestly, who gives? Just go out, do what you want to do, try what you want to try. If it doesn't work for you, it's just one thing that you found out that's not right for you, and you move on to the next thing, then move on to the next thing and the next thing. But all the time you're growing and growing and growing, while other people are standing at the side laughing and they're still small. They're not grown at all. They're kind of going backwards almost. So they're regressing while you're progressing. So if you think about it that way, and as we get older, as I said, you tend to care less about what other people think. And it's very true, really true, and I've noticed that in my life. But if you can come to that stage in your life much quicker than reaching the age of 40, 50, or 60, or 70, or 80, or whatever age it is, if you can come to that stage much quicker, you'll get so far in life, it's going to be unbelievable. So that's number 4. Number 5, we kind of touched on that. What if I fail? Is there really any failure? I know this is kind of cliched when people say, oh, there's no real failure as long as you learn from it. But it's true. Cliches are there kind of for a reason. And we just find different ways of saying it. But if you fail at something, you've just found a way that's not working for you and you just try another way. Or you do another thing. You found out something that you might not like because you went out there, you had the bottle and you tried it. And a failure, I think it's the wrong word to say it's a fail because you're always learning about yourself in particular. And the more you learn about yourself, the more successes you're going to have. And the more failures you're going to have, the more successes you're going to have in life as well. So imagine if you never tried anything in life. You never tried anything. And then you said, okay, I'm going to try something. And you try this one thing and you consider that a failure. So you say to yourself, well, I've had 100% failure rate. But if you go out and try 100 new things and get good at, say, 4, 5 or 6 of them, and your life changes because you've expanded your comfort zone so much because of these 5 or 6 things that you've tried and you've actually become a success at and you've actually enjoyed what you've been doing. That's much better than not trying anything and just kind of sitting by on the kind of your arse watching TV and not doing anything. So I would think that is much better. Trying things, if they don't work, it's cool. Who cares? You've tried it, didn't like it, move on. Number 6 is I don't know how, and that kind of harks back to I can't do this. You do know how. Again, it's another limiting belief. You do know how to do anything you want to do. And again, this was something when I moved into this house, and this is the office. I've got an office in my home. When I moved into the house, we were talking about getting people in to lay tiles on the kitchen floor. And one of my sons said, why don't you do it? And I just said, I don't know how. And I thought, well, I could learn how to do it and do it myself. So I went on YouTube, learned how to lay kitchen tiles, and I done it myself. And it was a bloody good job, actually. It was a really good job. And I thought, I could be a tiler. I could do anything I want. So you can do anything you want to do. Telling yourself you can't do something is just saying to yourself, I'm not going to try. I'll get somebody else in to do it. But you can do anything you want to do. And honestly, I truly believe that. And again, it sounds like a cliche, you can do anything. And it sounds like something you tell your kids. But I really meant that when I told my kids, you can do anything you put your mind to. And it's true for you as well. You can literally do anything you put your mind to. You've just got to want it enough. You've got to have that motivation. And you've got to believe that you can actually do it one way or another. And it's so empowering when you get that belief within yourself. Number 7 is a big one. And it's one I've struggled with as well over the years, particularly in business, not so much my personal life. But in business is fear of success. So a lot of people don't do things because of fear they might fail at something. But conversely, a lot of people do things because they fear unconsciously. It's not a conscious thing, but they fear success. What happens if I make it big? What happens if I make $1 million in my business? Because your life is going to change in a big way. Well, it doesn't necessarily have to, but that's what we might think at the time. Or that's one of the thoughts I had when I was kind of starting out in this business. What actually happens if everybody gets to know me and I become this big kind of person on the internet or whatever? And I thought, well, I'm not going to have as much time with my family. I'm not going to have the time to do things. I'm going to have to go to business meetings. I'm going to have to go to seminars. I like staying in the house. I'm a kind of home person. And that was my fear. It was fear of success. But I couldn't put it in those words. But it was an unconscious fear of success. And when I let that go, things started to move big time. This is when 3.5 million followers on the various Facebook pages, on YouTube, on Twitter, on Instagram. So I've got about 4 million followers in the world. And that's not a big deal. That's nothing. That's not, because I've not got really 4 million people who truly know me. I've just got people who kind of follow some of my posts on Facebook and on Instagram and kind of join the live. So I don't know how many people would actually consider that they kind of actually know me well through these Facebook lives. Yeah, but that's totally different. We're interacting all the time, every weekday. But 4 million people aren't doing that. So that fear of success kind of dissipated, and I've now become relative success, I would say, in kind of my book, and it's not changed anything. I've had to work a lot harder. I've had to kind of sacrifice a bit of time with my family, which I'm now redressing, and that's it. It's just, life is just bloody brilliant, and I could scale it up even more, and life is still going to be the same. It's still going to be good. You learn to adjust. So that's the 7 things. I'll just run over them very quickly once again. The 7 excuses we use for not doing better in life. Number 1 is the way I was raised. Number 2, I'm too scared. Number 3, I can't do this. Number 4, they will laugh at me or think I'm stupid. Number 5 is, what if I fail? Number 6 is, I don't know how. And number 7 is fear of success. So that's the 7 things, the excuses we use for not living a better life. So I'm just going to go to the comments just now. I wasn't reading the comments as I was doing that. Jackie Bunton Marsh, yes, fear of success. You don't even realise you have fear of success. I just realised that I self-sabotage. I'm fighting these off and working on success now. Brilliant, Jackie. And a lot of people don't realise they have a kind of fear of success, and it's a big thing. Nina Blankenberg, you're a huge inspiration for me. Stephen, you have helped me so much. I thank you. I thank you for watching every day, Nina, and I really appreciate you turning up every day. And I'm so glad that you're actually kind of moving on, and you're moving on with your life and expanding your comfort zone and feeling much better about yourself as well. Darlene Dawn, I agree, you can do anything. I have Googled and fixed just about everything in our home, and even electrical minor ones. Mind you, just like splicing cords and stuff like that to make a lamp work. Google is so great, you can just do about anything. It's true. Yeah, I believe you can do it. If I don't know something, I just Google it or YouTube it and just fix it. All the DIY stuff in the house, always YouTube it and go on and try and fix it. And Barbara Childs, welcome to the show, Barbara. Thank you, very inspirational. My business is at a point that I could take off, but I've been holding back. My son, who is my business partner, has been pushing for growth. You've given me some tools to accomplish this. Brilliant, Barbara. Brilliant. And it might just be that fear of success, but when you become successful, nothing really has to change that much. And if it does change, it's under your control. You've got to remember that as well. It's you that's making the growth happen, and you control it to a degree as well when things do take off. And things will take off for you, Barbara. And I'm glad that you and your son are really working things out and your business is taking off, which is brilliant. I love to hear stories like that. Donna Normandin, I used to be incredibly motivated, but I've lost my fire in the last couple of difficult years. That will come back. Obviously, I don't know what you're going through just now, Donna, but that will come back as long as you've got something to look forward to in the future. And as I said, I don't know quite what's happening, so I don't want to give you anything specific. But as long as you have something to look forward to in the future, and that's setting yourself goals in your personal, your business life, and your work life, or whatever area that might be in your health life, just anything like that. Anne Doherty, I'm going to say thank you for you and my journey in these mentors of what you have said. I hope I've learned much. Yes, anything is possible. I'm on my journey, and you on yours. You're a good person doing good. Thank you very much for that, Anne. I really appreciate you saying that. I'm just wondering if we have any questions. There's loads of comments coming in, so I do apologise if I can't get to them all. Robin Savage, Stephen, at the age of 52, I am finally coming into my own. Thank you for contributing. Oh, thanks for that, Robin. I really appreciate you saying that. And it's weird, isn't it? It's weird how do we get, as we get older, that's when we start to come into our own. When you think it should be the other way about, but we have to learn all kind of life's kind of stories before we actually get to feeling really comfortable with ourselves, feeling really confident and having that self-esteem enough to expand our comfort zones like we were talking about earlier. And that's why I'd love to teach younger kids, just to have that confidence and that self-esteem, to feel like this at a young age instead of waiting till the 40, 50, 60 to get to that stage. I'm kind of losing my voice now. Amanda Foy, welcome to this show, Amanda. I really appreciate you being on. Documenting your own definition of success is a great way to start living your best life. What a brilliant suggestion. Documenting your own definition of success is a great way to start living your best. That's brilliant. I love that. So success means different things to different people. So actually writing down, this is what Amanda's saying, actually writing down what success means to you, and that's going to change. That'll change from year to year. I don't know if you've got yearly goals or monthly goals. For the business, I set monthly goals. For personal life, I set yearly goals. And me and Sharon sit down every year at New Year and we write down our goals for the year. And it's brilliant. I love it. I love it. So success means different things to different people, and that's what Amanda's saying there. Just document your definition of success. Love that. I hope you have a fantastic day. Hope you have a brilliant weekend. And I'll see you on Monday. Is it Monday? Yeah, it's Friday the day, isn't it? I'll see you on Monday again at the same time. So have a good one. Namaste. Take care. Bye now.